Welcome to the Hot Girl School, the podcast where we redefine confidence and go way beyond the reflection you see in the mirror.
We're your hosts, Lauren and Danielle, here to empower you to embrace your inner radiance because confidence is so much more than looks.
Whether you're strutting into an event or conquering the boardroom, join us as we explore topics like self-love, inner strength, and owning your unique journey to confidence.
So grab your favorite drinkie and turn up that volume because you're about to unleash your true potential. Hey hotties, and welcome back to the Hot Girl School. Have you ever put on an outfit and wondered, is this classy or maybe just a little bit slutty? Today, we are going to do a side-by-side comparison about the differences between a classy woman and what is perceived to be a slutty woman. We are well aware this is a controversial topic, so be sure to take it with a grain of salt.
Have you ever been called a slut? Or been told that your outfit is slutty? Or felt like a slut because you dressed inappropriately for the occasion? I certainly have. What about you?
Absolutely.
And it's no fun, right?
Yeah, it's a major form of regret when you show up to an event and you're in the wrong outfit and you're giving off the wrong vibe. Yeah.
Well, so that's what we want to talk about today, right? Is how to feel classy versus slutty. I think it's a combination of dressing right for your body type and appropriately for the occasion. And let's break it down. Let's jump into it.
And how does your vibe fit into this? Because the slutty vibe, so let's do this side by side.
Okay.
So an elegant woman who is classy is self-validated because all of this breaks down into confidence and validation. And a slutty woman is perceived to have more of a sexual deviance.
Hey, girl, hey.
Right? And it's like we all want to be seen as sexy and we want to be desired. We want to feel like we're looked at and we walk into a room, but there's two different ways to go about this. Do you have any stories, feelings, tips on this? Like, what
Hell
do you like? You know the difference. You've walked in both scenarios, right?
Let's talk about this. We've all been to spring break, or hopefully, and if you haven't, you're gonna try it. Maybe you've been to Vegas, maybe you've been to Nashville, Party City, right? You're going out,
or Miami.
Miami's a great one.
Any clothes work except for sweater vests.
Yeah, right. No turtlenecks in Miami. So the point here is that you've drawn your attention to somebody, and we are in no way like, you shouldn't judge people, but the fact is some people catch your attention and you're like, whoa, I know what you look like naked.
Totally.
Right? And you're not at a beach, you're not at a pool, and it's that outfit. That's a slutty vibe, right?
Yeah. On the other hand, to play devil's advocate, like if they have a great body and they sometimes people can wear it off, pull it off. It's kind of like do you wish that you could wear that? And sometimes it is. And sometimes maybe you just like want to put on something slutty to the pool in Vegas. And it's like the sluttiest, whatever, bikini that you can find, like barely covering your nipples, or maybe it's sheer, right?
That's a
Miami vibe.
I haven't done that.
That's a Miami vibe.
I've seen that.
Dude, girls in Miami literally wear sheer white tops with no bra. This is not a joke. Like
hey,
walking into coffee.
PSA, if you're looking to check out some tatas, just
we know where to send you.
Take yourself to Miami.
It's mind-blowing. And a part of me is like, damn, she has confidence. Like, good for her. And the other part of me is like, is that necessary?
Yeah.
Why do you need to do that?
Okay, so let's talk about that because it comes down to validation.
Correct.
Right? So they say like girls dress for the girls, right?
Yeah.
And are you dressing for attention? Like that's another thing to ask yourself. If you're feeling that like slutty vibe is, why am I wearing this? Do I actually feel good in it? Because if you do, freaking rock it, girl. Like rock the outfit. Okay. Don't care what people think. Do you, boo boo. But if you're doing it because you're literally seeking attention for it, then you might want to reconsider.
Because that's what shows. That's the asterisk here, is that the vibe of seeking attention, especially of men or whoever you're interested in, but we'll just say men.
Yep.
If they might be married, maybe they have a history of cheating. Maybe they're in an open relationship. Like you don't know what the situation is, but when you walk out, you can wear something
calling
slutty.
In the attention.
Exactly. And whether you mean to or not, you're going to get looked at. And then it's the vibe behind that. So like the classy woman is so much more self-validated. She doesn't need to be looked at by everybody. It's like her air, her confidence, her quiet loudness when she walks into a room. An alpha woman takes up the room with her silence and her her confidence.
Well, it's that elegance. It's that, they're Erin King, freaking love her. If you have never checked her out, check her out. She's all about energy.
Yep.
So she says energy is your edge, right? And
Absolutely.
that's exactly what it is. As an elegant woman, you're walking in, you're confident, you're not overexposed, you're vibey. You could still be mad style, right? So this isn't about like not having style. It's about what is the energy you're calling into you with the outfit you're wearing. And listen, single ladies, you're out trying to get some looks, sure, but think about the attention you're wanting. So like Lauren said, there's slimy men out there. We all know this.
Yeah.
So you want to also be, what type of man do you want to attract? Do you want the one that just wants to jump in bed with you and that's it? Or are you looking for husband material?
Right.
And there's a big difference.
And how many men, I'm sure you've heard guys say this, I know what she looks like without even having to get her naked.
Right.
That's not
Leave
the goal
some
here.
surprise,
Exactly.
ladies.
And truly, you can be covered from like a turtleneck down to the floor in a gown and still be so sexy.
So sexy.
It can be skin tight.
Yep.
And you're showing no skin. Like my motto for dressing myself is less skin is more.
Yeah.
Because if you just say less is more, then it means less clothes. But it's less skin is more. Because wearing something skin tight is still smoking hot.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So that's kind of the side by side. We want to like bring that to you guys so you have like the visual of what we're talking about here.
And just know that it's not just about the clothes that you're putting on.
Correct.
It's about the energy and the vibe that you're putting out in those clothes.
What are you insinuating?
Totally.
Yes. And there's a time and a place to like look slutty, feel slutty, dress slutty, be slutty.
I mean, we've all had the Halloween, right?
Totally.
We've all had the Halloween.
Totally.
But it's also, so I'm going to share a personal story because, man, okay, ready for this?
Yes.
So in junior high, I was that girl that came back from summer vacation with huge tits, like huge tatas. Yes, 9th grade. I left
so
8th grade. I had no boobs. In fact, I cried to my mom, like, when am I going to get boobs? And
Oops.
be careful what you wish for because
what you cry for.
I come back come back after summer, and I'm in 9th grade. I'm a cheerleader, and in my history class, like 5 or 6 of the football players sat behind me, and one of them stole my yearbook at the end of the year and imprinted on it Mount McKinley's.
Oh,
yes, you know who you are. And
were you horrified?
No, I mean, luckily, I knew, like, I talked to my mom about it. Like, I had an open dialogue and support about it. But it's like, I mean, I had D boobs in 9th grade. Okay.
So like, were you taping them down?
Oh yeah. Like, talk about like not wearing tank tops, not drawing attention. Because it's not like you're
not
young.
A thing in
yeah, you're
grade.
young. I mean,
yeah.
Girlfriends, junior high for girls, woof, there's stories. So my point to sharing this personal story is that it's also dressing right for your body type. So because I have such large breasts, like I can't wear like spaghetti straps or the low V-necks or the halters. Tube tops because I automatically I look like Dolly Parton. Like you take a picture and you're like, dang. That's not the vibe. So one day maybe we'll reduce these bad boys when I get not scared of the knife. But for all of my big Tata friends out there, I see you, I feel you, and we have to be a little extra careful with the clothes because we just naturally look like we're trying to be slutty in some of the shirts.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the opposite. I didn't have any boobs, so I had to go pay for them.
Yeah.
And so now I went from an A cup to a D cup. But I really didn't get them to like wear low stuff. And so I'm typically pretty covered, but that's just my style. But I'm always happy that I have them if I want to wear something low, or when I wear something tight, I'm at least happy they give me a shape.
Sure.
So, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I went on like a spree after I got them of like, let's show these babies off. But at the end of the day, everybody has boobs.
Well, and for me, I feel like fake boobs don't look as like, because when they're real, they don't just like stay, right? So they kind of like, if you're watching this, yes, I'm touching my boobs right now. They like push up, and it's just like
there's more motion.
Yeah, it's different. And even like I feel like there's more space between fake boobs than real boobs. And so like a low shirt isn't just like cleavage, right? It's like sexy. It looks sexy and it can look elegant and classy. where for my, my real breasted girls out there, we gotta be careful.
Stories. I've heard a lot of stories over the years of girls, and it's so weird because, like you said, it's something that we wish for. Like, you cried for them.
I cried.
I got a boob job because I didn't have any. Boobs are very important in society. Like, total side note, boobs make you feel like a woman. Like,
I know, just think about it. So if you're listening and you're like, yep, I have fake boobs, think about how you felt when you got them.
Oh my gosh.
And for my girls that, are blessed from above for these big knockers, same thing. Like, I was like, yay, finally I have some boobs. I have a shape. And for women, they're really important to feel good in your body.
They're super important. But at the same time, to have them always hanging out and have them as such like a big part of your ensemble every day, like let's bring it into a work situation.
Yep.
So I went to Kohl's my first few years of school or of work, and I got outfits that like covered me up and just like, they were more flowy tops, and it wasn't anything sexual because I never wanted a wife to feel like I was after her husband or I was there for the wrong reason. And those, like, I didn't really like that I had to put myself in this other box, but because of what I've been labeled, which is, oh, you're pretty, oh, you always get hit on, whatever it is, those are the things that made me feel like, oh, I better cover up. Yeah. Because if I don't cover up, then I'm putting out the wrong message, even though I'm here for work. So do you dress differently for work or a certain way to?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I became an entrepreneur when I was 23. And my first set of business partners was 3 men that were anywhere from 12 to 17 years older than me.
Did they all want to bang you?
That's a story for another day. Not all of them, but one of them in particular.
Okay.
Yes. And I had to deal with that. I had to stand up for myself. There was certain, like, we could do a whole episode on that for our friends. But yeah, that's not the attention that I wanted to put out. So I was intentional about the clothes that I wore.
Yeah. What you put on your body at work, especially if you're in a male dominated world, because I worked in commercial real estate where like you walk through the office, they are literally just watching porn at their desk. No problem.
Oh, Lord.
And so you like are coming into this and you just want to be seen as professional, but your body's your body at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, you can be in a pencil skirt and a nice collared long sleeve shirt, but if you're giving off sexual vibes by bending over a certain way, doing the bend and snap, like, that's not going to get you anywhere. You need to make sure that you encompass the classy, the elegant, and the sophistication that you're trying to give off in addition to what you're wearing. Like, it truly is a combo.
So just think about that for a second. So like when we even say the word slutty, what comes to mind?
Totally. I just
right. What comes to mind? Like the slutty Halloween outfit, the girl, it's the vibe, it's the energy. So like you're picturing an outfit that's showy, let's say, but think about it a little bit further. It's also the energy. And then when you think of somebody that's elegant and classy, we think of them like moving about with grace,
shoulders down, chin up,
like high posture, and like not overly out there, like nice and kind and sweet. So it really comes down to like, do you boo-boo, like wear what you want to do, what you want to wear, what you feel good in, but really start to consider like the classy versus slutty as more of your vibe and your energy that you're putting out in the outfit you're wearing.
Correct. So let's give some ways to be on the classy side if that's what you're going for. Like, I do believe that you can't buy class, but I think that you can figure out how to be classy through working on yourself, making better choices, understanding who you are, setting boundaries. There's so many ways. It's kind of like a pie, and it's cut into a lot of tiny little pieces in order to make up that confidence.
Yeah, I think it's like anything. I think it's that we all have people that we look up to, right? That inspire us, that motivate us, that we go to be like, oh, I want to be like that person. So I think if you're looking to change your vibe, or you're feeling like maybe you're on the slutty side of things and you're wanting to class it up a bit, find somebody that you look at that gives you that energy where you're like, she is classy, she is a class act, she is elegant, and study what she's doing and start to embody those things, start to work on it, start to work on why you're looking for validation through your looks or for that sexual attention, and it'll naturally happen.
It will. I mean, you're putting out what you want to attract. You said it earlier. If you are wanting to just get the guy for the night in bed, wear whatever you want. If you're trying to always be, I mean, this could even bleed into the fact that you are your brand. You need
Yeah.
to be very aware. And I don't think this hits a lot of people until they're a little bit older, until they have a better business sense. And not only at that time do you understand how to be more classy, but I think you transition out of your 20s into your 30s and you kind of want to be more classy. You're like, okay, I kind of got it out of my system. I'm ready to like
Yeah.
move forward. I want to be taken seriously. What does that mean? Pay attention to what triggers you. Pay attention to how you can continue to develop yourself and bring value. Because when you open your mouth and you don't really have any value and you only place everything, all of your confidence on your looks, you're
Yeah.
really empty. You're kind of soulless.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to it's like an addict. Okay. If you want to change, you
You
will.
will.
You will. It comes down to like, do I really want to change or do I want to sit here and be the same person
Yeah.
in a month, 2 months, a year from now? And it's not easy to change. It takes work and you're not going to be perfect at it. Like
Right.
we've all had pivotal moments in our life. I'm sure you can think of some. I'm sure you listening, you're like, oh yeah, I remember when I went from this person to that person. And the journey isn't without bumps.
Right.
But if you really want to change your vibe and to embrace that more elegant, graceful side, then find somebody who embodies it, who makes you feel that, and do
Yeah.
what they're doing.
I was going to say, yeah. Research, study, practice.
Yeah.
You have to practice. Practice walking into a room, even though it's like your bedroom and you're solo, but practice walking in and seeing what it feels like and envision having an audience, like walking into your office at a office meeting and there's a ton of people there. Let's pretend you're late that day. How do you compose yourself and walk in and be classy instead of like a mess walking in like,
Yeah.
So like you can make the things that you need to happen. It just is going to take time, practice, self-awareness, and a little bit of work.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, my girls.
Woo!
Classy.
Loaded topic.
Versus slutty. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your definitions are. If you have cool tips that you want to share or you have questions that you think would be helpful for us to answer, hit us up.
Yeah.
And if you found value in this episode, please share it, subscribe, help us get the word out. We are here to help women feel better in their skin and do better, be better humans.
Absolutely. Validate yourself. That's where it begins.
Yeah, girls.
Thanks,
We'll see you next
hotties.
time. Bye.